Yeah, you can hear that, okay. I don't know, weird noises. Yeah, greetings, ape beings. Welcome to another stream, this time WildStar. Another WildStar stream. Oh yeah. Something like that. Some kind of way. I need to organize this dashboard somehow to see everything I need to see, so I need this there. Stuff and, well, I don't know, things. Just things. Okay, let's get into the raid. They're probably going to start without me if I don't speed up a little. Okay, we're not full, so I guess I'm not the last person. Yay! TeamSpeak and everything should be set up. That's good. So yeah, according to my knowledge, everything that's still standing in RMT is Lavekah. So we will have a full day on Lavekah, and hopefully she dies again. Because I already heard that a week ago they already killed her. I checked the spreadsheet just a moment ago, but I need to check it again. I'm in the southwest position. Nothing else. Just that. Okay. Boom. I'm going to need some kind of route in the south, or at least that's going to be my job. We have flash freeze is enough route. And some kicks, just... I don't know. Save. Is this the right one with a strike through? Yeah, it's the one with the strike through amps. Talking about strike through amps, I will need all the strike through I can get. Okay, great. Oh, navigation core, I guess? I think so. Ooh! This is really going to be very interesting. Whether or not we will be able to kill or defeat Lavekah. Okay, I was worrying a little bit that it didn't do what it is supposed to do. Oh. I guess they cheated themselves through somehow with invisibility and stalkers. That means they're probably going to teleport or port or whatever. At least I'm assuming that's what they're going to do. Since there's no other way to get past the trash. I guess you can wait until the group is full. That would make more sense. And a full group. Okay. Okay, according to TeamSpeak, port is coming. Yeah, let's get food in. So, southwest, that is to the left of me. Duh. I guess. Yeah, we want the Risen boost. We have a guild bank. Oh, I don't. Oh, whatever. It will do for now. Speed Flask is still going for 1 hour, so I need to throw it in after an hour. Just need to make sure to think about it. But resources should be enough. Food and stuff. Okay. Lavekah. Yep, okay. So, it's my only job. Did you... My only job is to stand in the southwest, in the mid-phase whenever the skeletons spawn. I need to pull this skeleton that comes from the opposite side, which is most likely northeast, into the middle, and then all the skeletons should be rooted in the middle. That's why I'm taking a root. The root is flash freeze. Even though it's only 4 seconds, but that should be enough to kill them off. Also, I'm going to play with rapid fire, 2-shot and shot rotation, which is maybe not the most efficient, but it's one that I can play with hardly any problems. Andrew Catfoot wrote in the Nexus chat, looking for 1 dummy for 3 vs 3 arena custom token farm. Need other team too. How many people are not ready yet? I could figure out how chat RP from Twitch works. I could actually show the Twitch messages to the squad. That would be a cool feature, but... Huh. I would have to figure out the Twitch RP for it, I think. The hell? Oh my god. Right, you called the wrong person as tank. I always queued up a rotation. Isn't that great? That looks good so far. Except May. Okay, I have a debuff. Maybe not 100% understand what's going on. Much. That was a kick fail and there was not enough outside. I did not get the skeleton, I think. Okay.
shall rip the spirit from your
So I don't want.
Your soul will burn!
Sugar, so much going on. It's been about a week or last time since since we were at Lavekah, and I'm already feel like it's been much longer.
Your souls belong to me now. Your soul will burn! Death is only the beginning of your suffering.
Okay, I guess that's a wipe.
Yes.
So
Makes me
yeah.
stronger. The screams of the dead will
Some
silence
people weren't able to get into warps, and what was the full sacrifice of everyone. Sugar. I got this movie.
Lavekah the Dark-Hearted.
And according to information which is written on it, it seems very healthy. Choose. I don't know. Yeah.
It seems
If what
death
we're
is
actually
the
right on it
inconvenience
is
it used to
what's
be.
actually in it, then it seems something really healthy actually. I mean, there's not even sugar in it, like extra sugar or something. It's just basically just juice and puree and stuff. So it really sounds awesome. And also it's apple, strawberry, cherry, guarana. Or what's it's called in English, I don't know. Okay, we still have food. There's no potion. Potion? That should be enough. That should do it. Okay, second try. Now I'm going to focus a little bit more, I guess. Alright.
Prepare yourself for an eternity of torment. Your soul will burn! Your soul will burn!
That's the Ed spawn timer. That's an interesting one I need to look out for.
Shall rip the spirit from your flesh!
In 16 seconds. Soulfire. Not too good. Yep, I need to get out now. Apparently Soulfire has been removed, which is awesome.
Lavekah the Dark-Hearted!
Yep, why did I get that one? It's unfortunate. It's not supposed to happen. Great.
Shall rip the spirit from your flesh!
We need to kill this Titan now, as fast as possible.
Death is only the beginning
It's not good.
of your suffering. Your soul will burn. Your souls belong to me now.
Actually not supposed to be down here, but
Yes, your soul makes me stronger. The screams of the dead will
good
silence
face.
you.
Still, I'm not supposed to be down here.
Rise and serve Lavekah the Dark-Hearted!
Rup.
Rise and serve Lavekah the Dark-Hearted!
This is getting uncomfortable.
Okay. Lavekah. The Mask of Mok Mok. Where did they from? It was the debuff, I think. Soulfire. Got it twice, I think. I'm not too sure for.
Prepare yourself for an eternity of torment. Your soul will burn!
Wait.
Your soul will burn! I shall rip the spirit from your flesh! Your soul will burn!
So the Soulfire is applied to random people. And it basically just deals damage over time. It can be dispelled.
Lavekah the Dark-Hearted!
Wait, I got him.
Soul will burn!
Ah. That was mean.
Soul will burn!
Very unfortunate.
Your soul will burn!
So these knockbacks,
I shall rip the spirit
these
from your
knockbacks should
flesh!
technically be prevented by kicking the orbs in the right moment.
Your soul will burn!
Soulfire on me again.
Souls
Damn
belong
it.
to me now. Your soul will burn!
There's been
Your
dispelled.
soul will burn!
Wait. Okay, it's worked.
Your soul will burn! The screams of the dead will silence you!
And face.
Rise and serve Lavekah the Dark-Hearted! Your soul will burn!
And rooted.
Your soul will burn! Rise and serve Lavekah the Dark-Hearted!
It's still cooldown on my on my route.
Rise and serve Lavekah the Dark-Hearted!
And root.
Rise and serve
Yeah, it should be enough for the
Lavekah
face.
the Dark-Hearted!
I think. Apparently not. Yeah, there you go. Faced.
I shall rip the spirit from your flesh!
Let's go into this. Okay, sweet so far.
Serve Lavekah the Dark-Hearted!
There was another orb, but it was not kicked. But so far, orbs back into the middle.
Your souls belong to me now.
Sweet.
Shall rip the spirit from your flesh.
Deck.
The screams
You
of the
knocked
dead
out.
will silence you.
Okay. Looks like it went well anyways. Hit face? That's not good.
Rise and serve Lavekah the Dark-Hearted.
Okay.
Rise and serve Lavekah the Dark-Hearted.
We have a problem now.
Rise and serve Lavekah the
Yeah.
Dark-Hearted.
This is very chaotic.
Rise and serve Lavekah the Dark-Hearted.
Okay, finally he's dead.
Rise and serve Lavekah the
Easier said than done.
Dark-Hearted.
Okay. Now the chaos is a little bit gone.
Shall rip the spirit from your flesh.
Oh, it looks good so far.
And serve Lavekah the Dark-Hearted.
Okay.
Shall
Titan
rip
seems
the
dead.
spirit from your flesh.
A few more people there. Okay, people have been... Those have been fought, back into the middle.
Your souls
Good lord.
belong to me now. Shall rip the spirit from your flesh.
I think there are enough people in there. Face soon.
Fear the living and the dead. Indivisible.
Easy as well.
Your soul will burn. Your soul will burn. I shall rip the spirit from your flesh.
I guess we're going to try to kill it, at least.
Your soul.
Yeah, technically it's all just... Well, it looks really good, actually.
Your soul will burn. Your soul will burn.
And...
Spirit from
done!
flesh. Your soul will burn.
That was Lavekah. Not going to skip this now, I haven't seen it yet.
So you've scattered both Mordecai and Lavekah to the galactic winds, have you?
Well,
suppose you'll be wanting a ride home, aye? Allow me to see what I can arrange with the Redmoon Terror's new captain. I'd be happy to acquiesce to your request, mateys. Helm, be plotting a course for Nexus, if you please.
Could somebody be lending me a hand?
Huh. Done. Infuse hand and leg. Leg, I can't use leg, but I can use hand. Okay. Dark-Hearted relic. The imprint vendor in your capital would be very interested in acquiring this item. Oh, what does it do? Dark-Hearted relic. I don't know anything about that item. Oh. Resonators, heavy gun, great swords are nothing for me. Well, technically you could get the hand armor, but aside from that, very unfortunate. It's not going to work out for, because my rank is not high enough, probably because I already got a token last time, or something like that. So I don't think it's going to, I'm going to get it. Like it Reana verloren. Yeah. Alex is going to get it. Oh no, I got it. Oh! Okay. Let's upgrade our launch. Bam. Depth of the course. That's 150. Oh, fully upgraded. That's cool. Nice. The question is, what does the Dark-Hearted thingy relic do? Can't find anything about it. That's weird. Oh, my damage wasn't too bad actually. Except maybe it switched because people left. That seems... Oh. Ah, okay. That's what it does. I'm not interested in it then. So a token, according to the raid lead, basically allows you to get whatever you want. Like one item that would usually require a token. And you can just choose whatever. Okay. So with Armty done, we're going to go GAP1. I don't have the teleporter there, I think, so I'm going to visit a friend. There I am. But visit. But hey, Lavekah's down. That's another step done. More progress. Only problem is that technically, yeah, I have WildStar content clear now technically, since that was technically the last boss in the whole game. I mean, there's still an earlier raid with an easier, with a harder difficulty. What I'm going to, what where we're going to go into now. But yeah, content clear. Let's see, it should be the water, one of them. The Grimwald and Dead Escape. So, to Grimwald. I think that's shorter. Ay, ay, ay.
Wretched things. Long ago, I toiled within these walls to create the Genesis Prime. But now that the entity has perfected me, this place serves an even higher purpose. Would you like to see my children? Come, let me show you.
This is going to be really interesting. Wait, got out of it. Boss Celebro writes in the Nexus chat, last spot random dungeon, fake healer. Occasionally checking through the chat and just... I don't know. can be so complicated. Here we go. Welcome back to the first mini-boss, or one of the 3 mini-bosses in GA, or Genetic Archives, P1. I failed, port please. Oh. Oh god. Up. There we go. So before we can do the mini boss, we need to take care of the trash first. We have Genetic Symbiote. This is a ad group if you haven't seen them yet. Quite simple, they just have to be tanked away from each other. If they're standing next to each other, then they don't take any damage. And secondly, they need to die at the same time. That makes a lot of sense to split up. I'm going to take this one. I think not enough on this one. Chooks. Since the boss is running in circles, he's on the opposite side currently, but if we don't kill them fast enough, then we need to start to move with them. Yeah, there he is. You can see him in the background. That's the first one, and second. On to the bridge, okay. So there, that's the boss, the mini-boss. But we don't want to pull him yet because there's another group in the circle and we need to go around the whole circle. If we're trying to kill this boss, we will most likely run into the other group, which will probably kill us. Especially on this difficulty. So, if you don't know, in WildStar they have implemented this difficulty setting. For raids there's just normal and prime level 1. This, what we're doing right here, is prime level 1. And for instances it goes from prime level, from normal to unscaled to prime level 1 to 15. The prime level 15 is the max for all other instances. It does not work on adventures, but I'm not going to explain right now what it is. So basically what changes with higher prime levels is the enemies deal increased damage and have increased health. Okay, so this group basically, one of them will grow big. If you attack the one that grew big, let's see which one, seems to be the right one. You can see he grows big, and once they are big, they reflect damage, which hurts a ton, especially on this difficulty mode. So yeah. And aside from this, all they do are some AoEs that you can avoid quite easily actually. Just need to make sure to switch to the other one. Ah, nice, I hit it. And so basically you'd just switch between them over and over until they're dead. These don't have to die at the same time, so it's fine. Yux. That's the red. Apparently one person tried to go with the red. Never go with the red. And gone. Then I can show you. Okay, never mind. You got small. There we go. That's a lot of casualties. Let's see if we can rest them. Or at least a few of them. There. Now we just have a mini boss. There. Mini boss, yay! This one is, yeah, mini boss level, but on this difficulty especially. So yeah. Usually you, on the normal difficulty you can just make him without much trouble. You just need to look a little bit at the mechanics and not ignore them. And on this difficulty it's much more complicated because we need to stack with all the defenses and everything up. So if you've not seen this boss, there's this mechanic where you can shower him with a terminal. If you interact with the terminal, there will become a shower. Anytime now. You don't pull him out. There it is. This is the shower, and the boss should be showered. Because he loses the stacks that he keeps building up, and those stacks increase his damage. So we want to pull him over. So the next thing he does is he spawns circles around him, like 4 pieces in 4 different directions. And you don't want to stand in them, even though they don't really do anything. But the problem is, if you hit them with attack, they explode and it leaves a field that actually deals damage if you run through it. So what you want to do is basically you want to pull him and around in the circle to keep the area clean, to have a clean area where you can fight. Also you need to shower him every time. And you don't want to break those mushrooms, or pustles, or whatever they call them in the raid now. Since you lose a lot of area then. Also if you're in the area while they're exploding, you get knocked down, which can be really, yeah, not good. Another thing he does, he occasionally does an AoE damage around him, and on this difficulty we want to stack together, so it does not kill us, because it deals a lot of damage, especially with increased stacks, like he has 6 stacks right now. That's 60% increased damage and 12% reduced damage taken. For the boss, not for us. Okay, so we've pulled him 1 time in a circle. So the next plan to do is to switch into the inner side, because it's still clean here. And now we're going to try to kill him in this round, basically, more or less. So yeah, and that's about it actually. There we go. Now we just need to kill him technically. But yeah, 1%, and that's one of the mini bosses. The reason you usually do with mini bosses to unlock the teleportation point. Okay, nothing for me. Good. So next step is we're probably going to the first boss, or one of the first bosses. You can select either one, whichever you want, but you need to defeat both of them to continue the raid instance. So, of course we need to do some trash before it. Actually... Oh yeah, keep it. Take that. Just some absorb. So this is simply a group of 3 enemies. One with those 3 guys have different, like there are different types for these. There's one that has an area around him that deals damage. There's one that charges around. One that needs to be kicked, and one that needs to be dispelled, and another one or something like that. And here you can see that there's one with an area. And also one that needs to be kicked. Yes, it's the, yeah, that's the one that I had targeted right now. This one, I don't know what this one does. I'm talking about you, apparently. Oh, this one is the one that needs purchase. Okay. So Spaceling is the best class for purchase, I think. So this one is a bit complicated. He has 2 casts. One of them needs to be interrupted, and the other one is not allowed to be interrupted at all. So there we had it. That was the empowering one. That one had to be interrupted, and the Wild Production is not a good thing to interrupt that. This one? There we go. That's the correct one. Wild Production, no kicks. Wild Reproduction, no kicks. Empowering Corruption kick. And that's basically how you do it. And to make sure that you don't kick too much, we do it with the raid lead calls class type, like Stalkers or Warriors. And then all who identify with it, usually those who play Warriors or Stalkers, do it. Or Espers, for example, or something in that kind of way. This spider group is quite simple. They're the little ones. The little ones put an AoE on you that falls down where you place it. And the big one creates these eggs. And if one of the circles falls on an egg, the egg actually takes damage. And if the egg does not take enough damage, the big spider is going to jump on it. Or it's going to explode or something in that way. Regardless, the person that's in the egg usually dies. So, yay, spiders. Gotta hate them or gotta love them. Whatever you do, it's your choice. Okay, getting to the first boss. Or one of the first ones.
The Phage embraces all things, even this beautiful creature. The others call him a failure, but I disagree.
Experiment X89. Greetings, sapient being, by the way. Red is explaining the things with you, basically. I guess I'm going to use it. So this boss is quite simple. He has a few attacks, and it all boils down to don't stand in red, especially on this difficulty scale, since it nearly one-hits you. And yeah, there are two more different types of bombs. Basically, he puts on players. With a big bomb, you have to jump off, and with a small bomb, you have to place it on a platform that's a little bit farther away from the raid, but not so far that you die because you stand too far away. And if a small bomb hits a platform, that platform gets destroyed. If a big bomb is not taken down, then it will bomb away a huge amount of platforms, which is just crazy. I'll probably run into a wall. And he has this knockback. It can really hurt. And yeah, that's a small bomb. He has also this shockwave attack he just did, where one of the platforms at the very end is destroyed. The tank can decide in which direction it goes. So, to a certain degree, the tank can decide which platforms should be destroyed. Also, don't stand in red, of course, it's one hit. Oh, I have another little bomb. Okay, so here's the spew attack he does. Okay, one person died because of big bomb. So, with a knockback you basically just want to sprint a little bit into the direction of the boss, nothing more. Quite simple actually. There's a shockwave. Of course, only the tank should stand in red. That's the spew. I will already lost a lot of people. Another knockback. If you're wondering about the things that stand on the chat, I have Louis boss mods and Raid Core. Basically gives a bit of information, okay. So too many people are dead, so we're going to wipe to start off with the full group again. Ba-da-bum, ba-dum-bum, bum. Can you hear the shake it? I don't know. Just wondering. So this is the checkpoint we got because of killing the mini-boss we did just earlier. It's really good, this movie. Pixel precision. Oh god. You go. Yeah, next try. This actually might not be the best build for this one, because some of my skills get interrupted. I just noticed that. Spew that goes in the opposite direction you run to. The best spew. Little bump, little bump, little bump, little bump, little bump. Oh, place it here. Nice. Shoot, 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 shoot. Help, help, help. That hurts. Oh god. Are you effing kidding me? Can get it further away. I guess it was fine, so to say. I mean, technically you can still do the rotation as usual, just that you get knocked back further away. That was a big bump. Yep. Yep. So, yeah, that's what happens if it's a big bump instead of a small one.
Life, death, reanimation. Life, death, reanimation. It's really a grind, isn't it?
That's good. That's bad. Okay, here we go, another try. That was very worrisome. So. Little bump, little bump, little bump, little bump. Going. Yep, not going to place it there. Okay. Either way, I was not able to place the... If I hadn't aborted my attack and not dodged, then that would have gone... Oh god, so many dead people. I can see dead people. That's good. That's good. Big bump and knockback.
You're a troubled soul.
The worst combination I've seen so far is... Actually, there are multiple worst situations that can happen. Like, you could get Spew and Little Bomb at the same time, that's like... help. And... yeah, if you get the big bomb, you use a leap or something, you can abort the flying. Because the problem is, if you get the big bomb, you take some damage from it. And if the boss does a knockback on this prime level, the knockback will kill you if you're not full health. So, yeah, even absorb or leap or anything. I don't think if I don't know if the absorb is enough. 3k. I don't have any healing medi shots. Huh. Oh well. Okay. Guess we're doing a break for 300 seconds. 5 minutes that is. So if you have any questions or anything, now's the best time to talk a little bit, if you want. I don't know. Oh yeah. You've been raiding for a while. Well, I mean, it's better to say it that way. Since I've been raiding with my Guild Wars 2 group, breaks kinda seem like... who really needs them? But then again, I could get something to drink, right? Some water or something. I'm running out of smoothie. There's still something in there. It's not much anymore. Hey. So guys, I'm going to do the following. Since there's a break right now and no one seems to be very much interested in talking, I'm going to close the balcony, switch on the light and get something to drink, so I will just see you in a little bit. So stay tuned until that break ends. I don't know if you can see this timer, but that's basically how long the break is going to be. So yeah, see you in a bit. Oh, I'm so great. I'm so good with timings. Hey, I'm back, sentient beings. But for some reason every time I'm go with K, I'm back a few seconds before it starts again. So yes, that's a new skill I can put on my TV or something. Oh man. Whew! So, I got something to drink now. So, yep, ready. Congratulations, yes, there's stats on gear. It always takes so long. What? Apparently one person is not ready yet. Alright. And here we go. Yay. The stars is always so stressful to get the right position or something like that. Something you feel comfortable with. And there's the spew. Opposite direction. Awesome. Nice. It makes it easy. Okay, front right. Another knockback. So now I should probably sprint against it, but and another speed. This time with the same direction. In the same direction. Whatever. Okay, so far so good, I guess. Except the one person is already dead. Oh. Oh, the platform's a little bit tight, aren't they? No. That's a weird one. Bit hard to see all the AoEs with all the red from the big bomb and stuff. That small bomb was very dangerously placed. Oh, and he ran into the spew. But he survived. That was a little bit close. Did not trigger any debuffs, luckily. Or buffs or whatever. Oh, those were close. That's really close. Little bump, here you go. I want this one to go off. Goodbye. Eeks. Getting back to him can be really annoying. Why is everyone stacking behind? Okay, already caught the GG.
Your death warrant has been revoked. I'll make an appeal.
Esper. Actually, I want to try something. But might kill me. Just interested. Yep. And it survived, okay. So it was a few weeks ago. Whoa, that was close. A few weeks ago we did Summer Rock CM in Guild Wars 2. And I noticed that something happens with a mechanic. And yeah, you can do the same with this boss. If you're interested, basically what happens is when they do these attacks like knockback and that stuff, they throw you away by a vector that is calculated from the difference from you compared to him. And how do I explain it? Let's say this is the middle of a boss, right? And if this is your position, the line that would connect both points is basically the direction you would be knocked back to. Like this line, so you would be knocked back in this direction. If you're on top of this point, actually what happens is the vector is straight up. So what happens is you get catapulted upwards. And that's the same if you jump on him, then you have this vector that makes you jump or throw you directly into the air. And it's... I don't know, it's just funny. Such a funny thing to do. Except in Guild Wars I died from the falling damage. This time I did not die. But that might be because I have a lot of health from my Matrix. I have like almost 100k health. So I guess that helps. Potions, there we go. Alright. So yeah, if you want to troll a little bit in WildStar, if you're playing it, yeah. Just use the mechanic. But let's get back to normal, even though it's still fun. I still jumped because I wanted to do it. Okay, here we go, let's see if we can kill them this time. Oh great, that starts good. Get me an absorb. Just making sure that I'm safely getting back to the squad. I want you to try to... That bomb was badly placed. I mean, mine wasn't better, but... Okay, so the mechanic you just saw... I don't know if you know it, but basically what happened is... due to the hole we made there, the raid lead said that the tank should make the boss jump, and all you have to do to make him do that is basically just move away by a certain distance. And if you're far enough away, he will jump to you. Just making sure you understand that mechanic, in case you didn't know. Alright. I get the boss back into target. Yeah, of course. Once I target him, I actually get a lit bomb. Yux! Nope, 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 nope. Oh, okay. That didn't hurt at all. Sweet. There is almost at 70%. There are no mid phases, so it's just going on all the time. Well, I guess you could say it's a little bit boring, but I don't know. That's fine, I guess. For with his high health pool he has, that's a bit annoying. Then again, he goes down just fine, I think. The fight has been going on for a little bit less than 3 minutes. And that's 40% down. That should be around 10 minutes. Technically. I would assume that no more people die. Say what? I haven't got my 6 stacks, that's weird. Oh. You aborted, lucky. Really lucky. $42. What a great number. If the last raid has been Redmoon Terror, no, there hasn't. If you mean that the last raid is Dead Escape, then yes, there has been another raid. And well, of course, Prime Genetic Archives, depending on if you count it as a new raid. Oh, I don't know. Hey, we're getting close to 10%. I don't know how many platforms are left. Nope, get out. We don't want to die. Oh no. These are always jumps. Or spoos. I mean, okay, 10%. Oh, I didn't look out for that. It took a little bit more than just me, I think. 6%. Ay, ay, ay. At least I can see how many platforms there are. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's an achievement for killing the boss with 8 platforms, so if they manage to do them... few more people died. Ah, 5 platforms. Are we going to make it? Oh, 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 oh. 4 platforms? Ooh, it's going to be...
Back again so soon? You barely had time to go towards the light.
Okay, so we're going to do the next mini boss now. Oh, too good. Yes.
Double kill.
Okay, so this is another group of where purchase needed. So basically just keeping purchase on cooldown, which is my shift 3 skill. Okay. So yeah, we have a spider group, maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, we're doing the spider group, okay. And after that we're going to do the mini-boss. The second mini-boss, or the second one out of 3. Because there's not really an order in which you have to do it.
Double kill.
Oh, it's too good for commentaries right now. A moment if you want to work at a kindergarten. Like, have you had any experience with children? And then, yeah, I was right late. I mean, yeah. Oh, and healing actually hurts. Usually there should not be a cooldown of on my #1 skill or whatever. There's a cooldown on it, then that means that something went wrong. Light shoes. Multi-hit and critical hit. It might even be better. Thinking about better. Should technically remove some. I think I have too much strike for actually. I need some enemy. So yeah, for the plan, time to do the next boss, which is Kuralak, also known as Kuralak the Guild Killer. So yeah. Ah, vet pet. Hot. Oh yeah. Oh, a lot of strike through. And placed.
Double kill. Triple kill.
Yay. If I put out everything, I still have to strike through too much. I guess. I guess it's fine this way. I'm currently playing the build where I have strike through amps in, and I think it's fine with them.
Here in this facility, and now she will teach
Yeah, switch them with.
Grace of Age. Are you paying attention?
Oh yeah, a little bit more of
Lesson
crit stuff,
be a painful one.
but most likely with a spell sling ability you're at the cap of strike through, even though I don't have that much. Actually 207.18 without any buffs, that's crazy. That's why all my food is just multi-hit. Multi-hit food, multi-hit potions. Also... God damn it. Beat Flask. Also very helpful. So let's look at the... yeah. 5.66. God, I love this add-on. Much about this movie. Or liquid. I'm running on liquid. I feel in the middle it's a bit boring, but at the same time, I prefer to be in the middle.
New subjects. You two will be added to the archives. But first, you will die.
Yes, that's an awful amount of charges. I was not able to place my true shot into the buff. Basically, if you have no idea about the spell sling rotation, with 2 of the auto attack skills, or just rapid fire and there's another one, I don't remember right now. You build up a stack at least every at maximum every second, and longer. And if you have 6 stacks and you use your Assassinate's ability, it says something to you. Red one with 2 charges that has this bullet in the middle. All the 6 stacks are removed, and instead you get a buff for 6 seconds that increases multiple of your attributes by quite a lot. And so basically I want my burst to be in this phase. Yeah. Where are dead people?
The experiment has failed. Subjects must be eliminated. The archives, they wish to make you yes. Fine additions to Mother Ona's brood.
I haven't explained this boss. Yeah, whatever. The only little thing that is not self-explanatory is there are some people with those white circles. It's a marking from a mod, and these people get turned into X every few seconds.
These subjects are not worthy of you.
And they have a debuff on them that makes them take down with damage. And every few seconds we turn into X from the boss. And they need to be kicked or else we take a lot of damage. So here's the leg face. They need to be kicked now. Soon. Now they need to be kicked. Good. Good job. That's very important for these people not to die at all. One person died.
The data in these archives is deadly.
You know, it's very important not to get hit by anything. That was wrong. Wipe.
Collection.
Yeah, 22%.
Your test is over. You failed.
Another death? This is getting awkward.
There's a putt.
New subjects. You two will be added to the archives. But first,
Meh.
you will die.
I started a new chain of auto attacks.
New subjects.
It's going to
You two will be added to
maybe.
the archives.
It's a bit weird, but no, it should be normal again. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, seems fine. Good. Optimistic in the rotation. It's good to know. Okay, so to my knowledge, if I remember correctly, the pace is at 73% or something. We're going to teleport out again before that.
Data subjects. You're running out of time.
Okay, yeah, that's a wipe.
Come find me if you dare. New subjects.
Go round and round and round and round.
Archives.
Until the end of time. Until the end of time. What I wanted to say. Hey. First phase, come on. Apparently we're planning to do looking for groups for okay port. Yeah. So what I wanted to say right now is there's actually an LFG looking for genetic archives run for Prime level 0, which is basically the same I'm doing right now here, except a difficulty lower. A lower difficulty. But I'm screwing up my sentences right now. And at the same time, a person is singing in TeamSpeak. Good job. You even lost a person. Never kick the boss. Kicking the boss means you have aggro.
Preparing for spirited financial negotiation.
Ah, nice. We can sell stuff. Wait.
New subjects. You too will be added to the archives. But first, you will die. New subjects. You too will be added to the archives. But first, you will die.
Very challenging first phase. Imagine the lasers would just randomly stop and spin into the other direction. No one would expect that. You really need to be careful with the AoEs, with the red ones. If you get hit by the circles, one may not kill you, but if you get hit by two, it might be already very deadly. Ugh. Slacking a little bit behind the laser phases, but I got back into it. The rotation stuff. At least I have a class that is not limited to movement. It's fine if I'm moving and attacking. Compared to certain other classes. Esper. Sorry. Guess I should drink a little bit more. Phase 2. Wait. Ah, finally things calm down.
The experiment has failed. Subjects must be eliminated. This is my domain. You cannot escape it.
Concentration.
The very ground hungers for you. Enough. Every one of you will die. The data in these archives is telling.
Okay. Egg phase. 2x. Roll 4 people down. Random egg. Okay, GG. Okay. So apparently the egg hasn't been kicked, and
The archives.
that's a fail.
A disappointing effort. Next subject.
You live again. The
So
other
according to
restless
Rately, there will be a
spirits
break
so
for 5 minutes
jealous.
or 300 seconds, depending on how you see it. We're going to do some more tries at Kuralak after the break. Well, actually, we're probably going to do more tries for a whole hour if we're not able to kill her. But yeah, the thing that surprises me most is technically we should be able to kill Kuralak. I mean, of course, many people have given her the name Kuralak the Guild Killer, but in the end, it's not. If we all have killed her normal, and we all know the mechanics, so basically, shouldn't be something new. The only difference is that things hurt more and the fight takes longer. But we should have enough damage, so I don't really get why we are having so much trouble. But I mean, of course, like the situation where you have to kick at the very end, if you don't kick fast enough, like you have 1 second or something, or the whole rate wipes. If we get to that point and die, then I can understand that, of course, but yeah. Apparently we also lost a person. Hm. The best we've gotten so far is 22%, so guess that's something. But I don't know. Greetings. Greetings, sapient beings. Okay, that was just... I don't know. I hate breaks. Because of a certain time they're so boring. At least if you're not actually spent with the break getting something to eat, something to snack, or something to drink or something, I don't know. The break has made me yawn. 2 more minutes. Greetings, human being. We're currently having a break. Just taking 1 more minute, and then we're going to continue with Kuralak. Kuralak the Defiler. Oh, repair vendor. Can always use that. Ka-ching! Yeah. That's about it. Thirty more seconds of break. Okay, 10 more seconds. Okay, you can see it here, but I don't know. And whoop, there should be a ready check coming soon. Wait, what? Like, seriously? The repair vendor has a deflect chance of 1.6%. Why? It's stupid. I'm still giving out loot. Mutagenic diagrams. That bonus. Where is it? Flame Search, that's the one I think, isn't it? Think it's Flame Search that we'll get. Was one Well of Power. Was this Well of Power? I'm confused. Which set was the GA set and which one was the DS set? God damn it. Hmm. Okay, so Flame Search seems to be the DS set. Okay. So one is Well of Power. That's the one you lose the Vigor, Strike through, and Vigor. There's a lot of Vigor you lose. But Vigor is not so important. That's why. I see. Yeah. That's why it's better for a Spellslinger, because you don't necessarily want to have Vigor. You want to have multi-hit, crit hit, or something like that, but not Vigor. And so that's the reason it's better. Good thing I remember now. Ah. Still having issues with directions. Okay. We're just waiting for one person to get in, and then it's going to start.
New subjects.
Yikes! I was a little bit too slow. Ow! I love the... It could have gone worse, I guess. Because I survived it, but still. Ow! Oh god. That's what happens. That's what happens when you're too slow. Another person already died. Luckily, it's not me. I'm feeling okay. Even when rotation is going up and down now. And the boss is casting Vanish. Vanish Oxyflecken. And it's gone. And there she is.
New subjects. You two will be added to the archives. But first, you will die.
So when the boss is casting Vanish, he's going in a hide and seek mode. And another one died. Another one bit the dust. Oh, get the circle out of me.
Subjects incapacitated.
Come on, my burst is ready. Ah, I can't run straight. There she is.
New subjects. You two will be added to the archives. But first, you will die.
Okay, we're going to wipe. I guess too many people died.
Will become one
Yep.
of us.
So apparently too many people died at the first phase. So that's why the great lead said GG.
Next subject.
Dead again? The first step is admitting you have a problem.
Uh. There was this concept where basically if you do too much damage and you get aggro, then you're sent outside at the pillars to do the kicking and run in every time and out. Because if you do that, you can't get aggro at the start. And so we had this one person right now that got aggro for a little moment, and he was like, "No, that's not what I wanted. It was just a crit, a lucky one. That's no." So basically, I was like, "Yeah, I understand that he doesn't want to run to be behind the pillar and run out and in again all the time." And so he was like that. Ah, that's too good. I mean, it's extra stressful. Some people want it, some people don't. And of course, if you do too much damage, it might be better that way for you. Maybe, if you can't hold yourself back. Like for example, me getting aggro with the current build I'm using is very unlikely, and so I can just stay in the middle and chill, running in the circle. Okay, here we go. Oh wait. Making sure I'm a little bit faster, maybe. Just maybe. My robust missed. Should have held back a little bit for the burst to hit her. Going all out when she returns instead of while she's gone. I mean, it's not like I don't want to do damage, I want to do damage, but compared to many others in the raid, my equip is not the best because I'm not really motivated to do a lot of dungeon runs lately. Especially with the Guild Wars 2 story going on right now. And since I'm doing a lot of achievement hunting in Guild Wars 2, I'm kept busy with the new story. That's another reason. God, I really hate blue circles sometimes. Oh, like this one. All those. Damn it, so close to the second phase. Yep. It could have gone so wrong. Okay, that's a wipe. Too slow. And that's the reason why I don't want to be outside.
You're always in such a hurry. If I were a real person, I'd be insulted.
Oh, I missed that. Thingy that makes you run fast from the engineer. The street. I don't know what it's called. I just missed it. Because it really helps get into the circle faster. Maybe that's the reason why I was so stressed a few times. And that sounded like a GG call from the Drake lead. Not too sure about that. Always dodging my bursts, are you kidding me?
I'm waiting for you.
Rip.
New subjects. You two will be added to the archives. But first, you...
Party chat is a bit weird right now.
New subjects. You two will be added to the archives. But first, you will die.
Nope. There we go.
New subjects.
I fell a little bit outside of my buff time. Or burst time. So, meh. Could have been better. But it's always a good start.
There is no escape from the entity's power. The rage is everywhere.
There's something I really hated about games like WildStar and World of Warcraft is the idea they have of a Holy Trinity. But at some point after thinking about it more deeply and having played different games like what is it called, this Russian game? This is Russian MMORPG? Skyforge, yeah. Back in the old day I played Skyforge. And it was quite interesting because in Skyforge you only need one character and you can switch between classes with that character. And the next thing is, after having played Guild Wars 2 for a while, I noticed there's this trend that different classes can do different jobs. And so the biggest problem I see in the Holy Trinity is that if you select one character, you're basically fixed or locked in either one or two jobs or professions or something. Like, if you're a warrior, you can't be a healer, for example. And if you, I don't know, an example of, yeah, if you're an elementalist, for example, or a mage, you can't be a tank. And it kind of makes sense, but it's a bit... it has a few issues. Because, for example, if you want to make a group and you want to go into the dungeon and there's no tank, because, for example, you have, I don't know, 2 Espers, a medic, and 2 spellslingers who want to go in the group. They can't. It does not work. They need a tank. And none of those classes can tank. And so that's the biggest problem so far I've seen with the concept of Holy Trinity. And so... it really hurts. And... it would be really cool to see other classes that usually are not supposed to take over these roles are actually able to take over these roles due to the way they are designed. Like, for example, you could say Elementalist could have like some kind of shields up that protect him and all that kind of stuff from damage, and basically give every class a potential to be either tank, healer or something. And even better would be if you give every class a chance to, like, some kind of unique bonus they have, so it makes sense to take them instead of another tank, but at the same time get all the bonies to be equally awesome. So you would say, yeah, do we want an elementalist to tank, or do we want I don't know, a warrior to tank? And it's like, well, considering all the factors, it doesn't really matter, but I prefer this, or maybe let's take this one instead. So, yeah. And that's something that's really annoying in other games where it's not possible. But yeah, it's pretty difficult to get it balanced well, or designed well. But then again, you could also say, like, you challenge people to have different builds according to the different enemies or bosses, or make bosses and enemies weaker against certain build combinations. Like in Mega Man, where you have certain abilities that are more effective. Like you would say, okay, we have a boss that has a lot of mage and attacks, and so someone with, I don't know, resistance to those would survive more easily. Then you would have a mage as tank instead, because it makes more sense that way. And so, but at the same time, okay, GG, we have too many dead people. And so at the same time, it would also be cool to see something in the direction of DDs as well, where certain DDs are still effective, but not as effective.
Your soul seems to drift between life and death. Make up your mind already.
Oh, he's still aggressive.
Lost, like rodents in a maze.
Stood up too early.
You're running out of time. You're running out of time. You're running out of time. Come find me if you dare.
I hate it if you stand up and she's starting to get aggressive. Okay. And yeah. So one thing I heard, I think it was in World of Warcraft, there's this boss that is immune to ice damage, and there are some people who do only ice damage. That's something I would not like to see in the game. I get the same problem with Guild Wars 2, but it's not as much of an issue, where certain bosses are, to a certain degree, either immune, or certain build types with damage over time are not as effective as direct damage. And so this is a huge problem to balance those things. Because you don't want to take away from the player, which is one of the worst things you can do. And so it makes it really complicated and everything. So it's a hard topic. But the Holy Trinity is also not a good option. So also, as I already mentioned, I would love to see different classes work differently to be able to take over tank stuff. That would be really cool to see. Enough wrangling about that. So, 30 more minutes. I'm running out of... like... talking too much, apparently. And making weird noises. Like this. As a duck noise. I think my brother made it at some point and somehow I copied him, I think. He's not doing it anymore, but I can still do it. This weird noise. Guess there are other people who can make it too, but just me rambling around random stuff. If I want to hear it, basically the noise goes like this. More or less. I can't make that sound, duck sound, every time I die. But then again, I think I only died once today. Well, before GT was caught. Ouch, 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 ouch. Don't tell me my call for death is a full self-fulfilling prophecy. I don't want that.
Come find me if you dare.
Okay, GG.
Lost, like rodents in a maze. New subjects. You two will be added to the...
There was a laser. Uh-huh. What the hell? I was just asking because a person a person died and someone else had to take over for the person who died, and when that person died and when someone made a comment on that and when that person died as well. So it's kind of like a curse or something. But it was weird. Oh god. Oh, here we go.
New subjects. You two will be added to the archives. But first, you will die. New subjects. You two will be added to the archives. But first,
Shoo, shoo, shoo.
you will die.
Oh god, no. It's the worst case. Those stupid circles. Placing them in a way where it's very hard for me to dodge. Yeah. And the worst case about the circles is that you actually get slowed by them. And it's not even a bit, it's like really 80% or something. At least it feels like that.
Data subjects.
And you down. I don't know for sure, but have we ever made this first phase without anyone dying? I'm just wondering. Like, probably we did, but today? Huh. Three people down. Yeah, something went wrong with the rotation. Phase 2. Here we go. Ah, never mind. Not yet.
New subjects.
And everyone's dead.
Added to the archives.
Oh god.
But first, you will die.
So many souls find peace here, but one guest just won't stay dead. I'm looking at you.
No. Beep boop. Apple, strawberry, cherry, guarana. Tastes good.
New subjects. You two will be added to the archives. But first,
Come on, come on, come on. Noise. Info was a little bit late. Just a little bit.
added to the archives. But first, you will die. There is no escape from the entity's power.
This is on cooldown. This is not supposed to be on cooldown. Hoppala.
Lost, like rodents in a maze.
Ready for burst.
You're running out of time.
That's a wipe.
New subjects. You two will be added to the archives. But first, you...
Well, at least we got into the second phase, and we're only 3 dead people, so it's fine, I guess. I don't know. Besides, when did they die? Yucks. My body is reacting in all kind of ways, it's weird. I'm going to kick someone.
You do not warrant collection. So worthless. You are not worthy of the archive.
If only people wouldn't die, it would be so much simpler. That would be too easy, I guess. People do not die.
Everybody dies. It's just a pity you won't stay that way.
Yeah, people kill themselves because of bugs from the boss. And then other people would tell them to jump into the depth. Oh god, lemmings. Everywhere. Yeah, that's a follow comment. Raid lead was like, there's hardly anything you can die on at this boss, and I was like, well, and counting everything you can die from. Oh, that was good. That was good. And then raid lead was like, there is, compared to other bosses, or relatively, there's hardly anything you can die from. Which is true, other bosses are a lot more complicated and have a lot more you can die from. But yeah, you can't take it. You need to take it quite seriously. I mean, this boss is called the Guild Killer for a reason. Could have rolled up some more stacks, but playing safe here.
You will die. Let the archive's knowledge
Chook.
embrace you.
Will we be able to push? Yeah. Sweet. Second phase, everyone's alive. That looks good. Maybe this time.
The archives have rejected you. Commencing purge. This is my domain. You cannot escape it.
Yeah, damn it. There's a new face in the world. Okay, there's another behind the pillar stack face. Or hide face, or whatever you want to call it. And after this there will be a X. So we're getting into the next sub-phase.
The archives hold many secrets.
Someone just die? Me. Okay, 4 egg phase now. Which is good.
There is no escape from the entity's power. The experiment has failed.
Sticking the north.
Subjects must be eliminated. This is my domain. You cannot escape it. The page is everywhere. Yes, the
And the eggs are coming.
it spreads. You sought knowledge. You have found death. A disappointing effort.
Ah, this is not looking good right now.
Subject.
They're in the map.
Your test is over. You failed. Your test is over.
Yeah, let's wipe.
You failed. A disappointing effort.
There's a complication in the
There is
strategy, and then it got confused.
entity's power.
If you're not going to die, could you kill a few people for me?
I guess the record is going to stand with 22%. Have not gotten into the 16 egg phase. Not yet. First person dead. Second person dead.
Subjects incapacitated. You're running out of time. New subjects. You do
It failed.
to the archives. The first.
Someone is having connection issues right now. A little bit irritating. Do you have a timeout all the time?
It appears the subject.
Much better. Yeah,
Like rodents in a maze.
that circle was terrible.
Subjects
Really terrible.
added to the archives. The first. You will die.
A bit irritating if you see a circle in front of you and you can't really avoid it that much, but you have a laser behind you that kind of pushes you into the circle. And you're like, meep, I need to get through. Need to get through.
Archives have rejected you. Commencing
Oh, being a little bit laggy.
knowledge.
Just a little bit.
Be enlightening.
This is probably good. God damn it, why? Sorry. This is going to be the last try, by the way. That's what I wanted to say. I got interrupted by my own bodily functions. Probably because I closed the balcony. Or maybe because I actually slept relatively well. That was 50%. Oh, not 50%. Okay. I don't know if you know, but I have these sleeping problems, and I use an app to basically get a review on how well I slept, and I got a 50 points, which is half of what it should be. That's fine. For egg face. Good. 1 minute until the next phase.
These subjects are not worthy of you.
Hey, to the north. Completely the opposite side.
Domain.
Yucks.
Cannot escape it. Pathetic.
And wipe.
You do not warrant collection. The page is everywhere. The strain. Let it consume you.
That's it for WildStar raid. The recap of everything: we've killed Lavekah, the last boss of round T. We got 2 mini bosses down and 1 boss from GAP1, and that's about all everything that happened today. So yeah, the next raid is going to be on Wednesday. The next WildStar raid is going to be next week, and the next Guild Wars 2 raid, or the next stream, is going to be on Wednesday, Guild Wars 2, same time. except 15 minutes later and and ends 30 minutes earlier. But aside from it, it's the same time. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I had some fun. It's also good to have Lavekah down, to have content clear technically in WildStar. And yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for the support, thanks for the chats, thanks for checking in and everything. And I ran into a corner with talking. But yeah, I should say let's end it here. We've had pretty long, 3 hours. I think that's enough for a streaming or raid as well. Yeah. So yeah. See you next time. Next week or on Wednesday. Whenever you want to check in. So until then, until next time, Green Echo out for today.